Welcome to Cut TV today. Ever thought of thoughts of coming back reincarnated? Welcome to Cut TV today. We got the bone roasted, and I've always came across the topic of reincarnation. I've always had a mysterious I never really cared about it to a sense where, let's just say, even if you were incarnated, right? I don't really give a shit about it, right? But let's just say, from a standpoint of me not giving a shit, let me explain why. Let me explain why I don't really care about reincarnation. Let's just say I'm this individual that I'm talking. Let's just say I am a reincarnation of some sort of other person, right? Well, it's not the same person. See, this is just a whole new person. Let's just say, even if I did come back, you wouldn't come back the same person. You know what I mean? Obviously, you'd be reborn. You'll be in a new human body. You'd be in a new human body, right? So, even if you were reincarnated, you're entering into a new body anyways. So, like, in some sort of way, I feel like in some sort of way, it's like the previous life that you've lived, because you're already dead. Like, if you're reincarnated, you're coming back from the dead, essentially, coming back on Earth, reliving the life on Earth. Reliving this life on Earth, but not within this human body. Like, this body that I'm in, like, I'm living the life inside of this human body, right? Let's say I make it to 100 years old. I'm 25. Let's just say for fairy tales, shits and giggles, this is just in fantasy land, because I want to live for a long time. I lived 100 years, made it to 110. I made it to over 100. That's my goal. And then, God willing, God calls me up to the heaven gates, hopefully. God calls me up to the heaven gates. And he's like, all right. There's have been a chosen select few that have to go back to Earth to spread the positivity, the love, the light, the positive vibrations, those high frequencies, those, whenever you see a person, they light up the room, those kind of people that you need on this planet, And I just feel so I'm up there with God, me and God is like, and he makes a decision. He's like, there's a chosen select few that are chosen, that have lived this life before and have to be returned back to Earth, because their mission of life, 100 years was not long enough. We need to bring them back onto Earth because their mission is not over yet. Now, I'm not saying that I'm that select chosen few. Those chosen few that are chosen to come back on this planet and do good for the planet, and do good, positive things for the world. knowing within this, though, right? And I really got into thinking about this. I really put some thought into this before I made the video. I mean, I've been thinking about this all day, even before I made it. I mean, I'm always thinking of ideas and thinking of things and break down the barriers of life. I mean, I'm just one video at a time, just trying to decode, break the barrier, just trying to figure out, just using the brain of mine, And I'm not saying I'm going down the deep rabbit hole of reincarnation. This is just my opinions on reincarnation. None of this stuff has been proven to be true. It's just my assumptions on what reincarnation could be. People have their own presumptions on reincarnation. I have mine. What I mean? These are my opinions on reincarnation. So, back to the point at hand. I believe, even if you were that chosen select few to become back on Earth, right? To fulfill your, but you're in a new body, you're not in the previous body that you were in the life that you had before. You're in a new one. You're reborn, you're a baby, you're growing up as a kid, you're in a whole new human body. You're experiencing a whole new life. I would figure, right? God's up there and erases your whole memory, just erases it all, just wipes the slate clean, because you're going into and you're being reborn. So you're a whole new human being. So there's new thoughts, new emotions, new parents, new experiences that you have to experience, right? But this is where it ties back to the reincarnation thing, right? And you can just start to connect the dots if it really makes sense what I'm saying, right? So, even though your previous life has been erased, you have a clean slate, everything. I just feel like there's like a deja vu, like there's certain parts of your previous life that you would remember, especially if you're in a certain area where your previous incarnation was, and you go to that same spot, right? And then you get this feeling of like deja vu, you know what I mean? Like you've been here before. That's a real feeling. Like maybe that's just like a way, that's like your past life telling you like you're really coming back on something. You don't have that, you know it, but you don't, it's like there's something missing, you know what I mean? And I just think that's your previous life trying to come back to you, Like you have something there, but it's just, you just can't get your grasp on it. You have a feeling, but you just can't, It's just like but I mean, I'm a human being. I don't know. It's like all I can think of is having presumptions at life, because we all go up there, we'll see the creator, and it's just like, so what's next, I always thought about, even after death, is there a new beginning? I mean, this is just the meat wagon, this is just, I don't know how many stages. Like, this is just like whatever stage this in, the human body. Maybe there's more stages to this shit. I don't know, more, I mean, in this life on Earth. You know, it's I just believe even after death, I feel like there's still more stages to life even after, you know, you live your human life, you know. There's your, you know, I don't know. I just feel like after death there's some more to it. It's not the end when you die. You just there's because you're a spiritual form. You know, you have your spiritual form and then the human, your meat, you know, this meat wagon, you know, this going through life with this body, you know. You know, I'm expressing myself. I'm, you know, being a human being in this life. You know, with emotions and, you know, all kinds, you know, every human being ever on this planet, you know. But I feel like there's more to it. There's more some. It's just there's no ending to life. It just keeps going. It's just infinite. It just keeps. Even if the earth or some sort of way, it just, you know, people are saying that the world's all fucked up and it's gonna end and, you know, whatever, right? Let's just say it does end, right? Let's just say it does end. I feel like in some sort of way, even through all the rumble, and the world will always repair itself, and life will start all over again. There will be just a new beginning, a new Big Bang Theory, and it just starts all over again. New life, new whatever it's going to be called, whatever they're going to be human beings. I mean, yeah, I'm just a dude talking, smoking kush. You know? But I love life. I want to share that. I love life. Life is a beautiful thing. I could give a shit less if I've been in this world before. I really don't give a shit, to be honest, but that's just my 2 cents on reincarnation, you know? I didn't really want to do too much of a deep dive on it too much because we're here to live our life anyways. So it's I believe in it, but like it's a two-way street, you know. It's a two-way street, like where I believe in reincarnation, but on the other end, I got a life to live. You know, I got shit to do. We got life. We got, you know, all this deep thinking, and you know, it's all this. I figure people got lives to live. You know, I think that makes sense. People got lives to live. Yeah, people got lives to live, man. Right. So people ain't gonna be fucking dwindling on the fact of reincarnation. Whatever you came back, whatever, right? Even as truly so, you came back. Fuck you. You got shit to do anyways, right? You ain't thinking on the fact, okay, I came back. Here, I'm back. I gotta do what I gotta do. You know, you just fucking do it. Whether or not you came back within a new human form anyways. You're not the same person no more. Name, new identity, new social, everything. You're not the same person. You're not the. I mean, yeah, you have glimpses of your previous life, but it's a new. You have it's you're a new person. You know. That's why it always seems like history seems to repeat itself. over and over and over and over and over again. That's how always will ever be. We're just human beings fucking up the fucking planet, you know? But what else can we do? We don't know any better. You live your life, you be happy, and then you just fly away peacefully, you know? Smoke some weed, you know, whatever. Meditate. Find a way to just get away from all the craziness in the world, you know? Find the world, find where the love is, man. And I mean that in like a peaceful way, you know, a peaceful, spiritual way for my brothers and sisters out there in the world, right? Find love out there. Find the peace. Whatever you're searching for, find the peace in it. Because by God, man, I'm praying every day that I just want to find peace. Every day. That's the one thing I do give a shit about. Probably one of the few only things I really do give a shit about is finding peace within myself. You know, motherfucker don't want to be angry all the time. You know, I want to be happy. You know, I want to be smiling all the time. Every day, you know, the sun's out, I'm going to be out. You know, as every day is a have a truer appreciation for life, you know. While I'm smoking this joint all the way down to the bone. So, you know what I mean? Like, I'll just write it down in the notebook. Smoke a lot of kush. Cut TV, and I'm signing off for all of my brothers and sisters watching out there all over the planet. Adios.